Hello and welcome back to the channel. I thought it was about time I did another video. Nothing much exciting's been happening. I haven't been doing much travelling and stuff. What with the bad weather we've been having, lots of rain, constant rain, flooding, etc. So while the sun is out, I decided to get out on the bike before the rain comes back. So still using the Giant bike and it's going well. I've changed the chain, the cassette and the chain ring. At first I just changed the cassette and chain, and then the chain was bouncing like that when I was putting pressure on it, when I was putting power on it, and it was slipping going up hills. Changed the chain ring, it's working brilliant now. So in total I think that cost me about 120 quid. But it was worth it. Bike is going great. So I just come across the twisted chimney. I see they've replaced it with a new one. The old one got damaged by the weather and it was refurbished. They had funding for this. Can you believe it? Something which doesn't really serve any purpose, that gets funding. Why can't they get funding for the community? To do things in the local area for the youngsters. There's nothing where I live. Nothing for them to do. So yeah, wondering, they've still got this metal door on here. Wonder if the groundskeeper or whatever stays there. So this is the new twisted chimney. And it's still made out of wood and not brick, as you can hear. So yeah, I wonder how long that's going to last. So I thought I'll just do a bit of a recording today of my bike ride. So I'm up at the heads of the valley and see if hopefully my microphone's working. Got that clipped on now. So you should get a bit better audio on the videos. Brynbach Park is in the distance there, where you see those wind turbines. So I'm just going to jump on the bike, go for a ride through Tredegar and see what we see. I'll just do a bit of running commentary along the way. Okay, so going to take you along on the bike ride through New Tredegar, or not New Tredegar, Tredegar itself. I'm going to go in that direction today. Because normally I use the bike to ride to work and I'm travelling down the valley, so we're going to go across and see what's happening in Tredegar today. I just thought I'll do a bit of a catch up for my viewers. Like I say, not a lot of news. I haven't got too long to go until the Christmas break. Another 3 weeks for me, then off for 2 weeks over Christmas. So we'll see whether we get any snow. We're now 30th of November today, so the last day of November. So as you can see, the trees are all looking rather bare. That time of the year, we've gone past or through autumn with all those beautiful colours. I was going to try and do a video of that, but never got around to it because of the weather. Yeah, some nice houses up along here. Posh houses, as they would say. Although I don't know whether I would want to be living right next to the motorway. That's the only downside of properties along here. This one's for sale, Fine Country. That must be the name of the company selling the place. I would imagine a plot here is fairly cheap because of the location right next to the motorway. That's the reason they built them there, I think. So there you can get into the park. I'm not going in there today. It's just going to be packed. You can't get a decent bike ride in there. You've got to keep slowing down to get past people. So, A470 crossing over the top. I've cut across this farmland on the left here before. Tough going. I did manage to find a way through. If you go towards Asda from the Twisted Chimney roundabout, and then there's a road off to the right that goes up to the farms, etc. Here we are, there's a place called Town. So if you're going to town, this is the place, as depicted on the sign. Or CE Town, or Ice Town, or something. Rinse Town, with an R. Traveller's Rest, we've just come past on the left. Yeah, I was going to try and look at Bike Park Wales today, but my battery wasn't fully charged. I'd used it on a trip from work to get home on one charge, so got maybe 30 kilometers left on the battery. Oh, look at all those Christmas decorations. They've really gone to town with all the stuff there. Past the Nag's Head pub on the left. Right, we've got all traffic cones here outside the park. Someone's window been smashed here, all glass on the ground. Yeah, they try to prevent people from parking outside because I don't know whether they charge for parking these days. But that's what people were doing, just parking out here to avoid the parking fees. So it's like they're trying to discourage people from going to the park by charging them money to park there. Right, this track is getting a bit narrow here. Jumping onto the road is getting ridiculously narrow. Too many tree branches and stuff to take you out there. Bridge on the right we just passed, you can get this footbridge going across to the park. This house here is still under construction on the left. It's huge. There's like three structures, like a house and an outbuilding and a cottage or something. It's more like a mansion by UK standards. So yeah, I'm just going to keep going until the battery dies or whatever. Alright, we'll probably head down into Georgetown now. Check what's going on down there. Dukestown is the first one we come through. Yeah, I haven't used the bike for a leisurely ride for a while. Been using it mainly to commute to work. Saved myself a lot of fuel and a lot of mileage on the car. You're looking at 100 miles a week. So yeah, I don't know if you've noticed it, but I've got this big light that I installed, 6 LEDs. It's quite bright. Handy for commuting at this time of the year, because it's pretty much dark when you're coming home. Well, it is dark. And that lights up the pathways nicely, because there is no lighting. Cyclists are not catered for in the UK. Certainly not in Wales. I don't expect people to ride bikes because of the hilly terrain. But the way I ride to work, it's pretty flat most of the way because you're following the Rumney River. And it's a beautiful ride. You're seeing trees and birds and the river flowing. Even seen some herons. They seem to live in the one spot. A pair of herons. Only problem is the sun is directly in my eyes at this stage. That's the problem this time of the year. The sun is low in the sky. Hence why I put a bigger peak on the helmet. It does help. It's a homemade one, just a peak from a normal cap that I put on there with some gaffer tape. Works alright. Just to enhance the peak, the small peak that was on there. Yeah, we're sort of bypassing Tredegar on the right at this stage. Heading back towards the main road over the river here. I think that's the Sahawi River. Ambulance station on the left. Yeah, I think the microphone battery will die first before the camera battery actually. Right, now back on the main road heading towards Tredegar. Well, to the side of the main road anyway. Hopefully with this microphone you'll hear me a bit better over the traffic noise. Get the camera centered again. It's pulling off to the right. So we've got 3 notches of battery out of 5. Yeah, last time I came this way on a bike, it's a few weeks ago, I went for a quick ride through Tredegar. Took a shortcut and almost lost my scalp. I went down a pathway, there was a puddle, decided to avoid that and cut through where there was a hole in the fence. Someone had cut the fence away and didn't see, because of the peak on the helmet, there was some rusty barbed wire still at the top of the fence which caught my helmet. Luckily I was wearing the helmet. If not, I may have lost a bit of my scalp. But then if I wasn't wearing the helmet, the peak wouldn't have been in the way, so I probably would have seen it. Who knows? Turn the power down to 1. Conserve the battery a bit. It'll be interesting to hear whether you can actually hear my voice over the sound of the traffic with this mic. Hopefully the thing don't fall off, because it's so small. It's easy to lose it. Right, here we go. We'll hang a left, go through Georgetown now. See what's going down there. All right, fellow cyclist, enjoying the weather. Coming past the Mark Williams Snooker Club on the right. Famous snooker player. You can just go there and play pool or snooker. Apparently they got lots of tables in there. Oh, getting a warning, speeding, going over 20. Damn, feds are going to catch me. So yeah, this is Georgetown on Sunday. Someone's wing mirror being smashed off there, just dangling loose on the wires. Pedestrians. Must be coming from the church service or something. Who knows? This right here is my church service. Keep the body fit. Oh, looks like someone started a fire up on the horizon. Oh no, it's not. It's a cloud that's by the trees there. It looks a bit like smoke at first. Optical illusion. I'm getting blinded by the sun still. Yeah, I was going to do a ride down this way a while back to show you all the autumn colours, but I'm sure I've done that before anyway. And yeah, the weather wasn't good. So the weekends, the weather always seems to be bad. Sahawi River down to the left below. Right, this is this pathway someone told me about, which is a way of avoiding having to ride on the main road. Make sure we put the rope back on there, keep the gates secure, keep the livestock at bay, and whatever else, zombies or whatever comes along. Been doing trimmage, yeah, so punctures could happen. Yeah, we'll follow this down for a bit. Probably go as far as Markham and then back. We'll see. All right. Pretty sure I've done footage of this not long ago. Well, that's a bit pointless to have a gate here. Someone has taken the fence down, so you can just ride straight through the gap. But yeah, it's all about getting out, getting fresh air, seeing some green and blue, focusing eyes on something other than a screen. Why not? Nice to get out on the bike, just at a leisurely pace and not doing the same boring commute. It's See a bit of the countryside. Also, I don't like charging the battery if it's not almost dead. Try and get the maximum out of it, and they say it'll last longer that way if you charge it, if you discharge it almost all the way. Normally get it down to 1 or 2 out of 5 and then charge it up. Lately I've been hammering it until the red light comes on, sometimes running out of juice just before I get home, and there's always a couple of climbs, so yeah, then it gets heavy, the going gets heavy, because this bike about 24 kgs plus all the extra bits and pieces on it, so maybe 26. When I pick up my old bike, it feels like it weighs nothing in comparison. That's about 16 kgs, about 10 kilos lighter. Yeah, dog walkers on the trail. Try not to run the mutts over there. Got black sheep as well. Mutt. Hello, mozzarella. End of route. Oh yeah, you can't get through here. It's a dead end. You've got to go back up to the road. Which way is this open? Is it that way? I don't know. That's going to have to be for now. It's a bit of confusion there. Okay, it just goes so far and no further. So yeah. Just got to get the gears down a bit, yeah. Get up the slope. And turn the power up. Yeah, pity the cycle route ends there. We've got here ducks, white ones, and a black one. Oh well, they'll be enjoying all the rain and the flooding. Why is there a sign there saying cycling left in Bedwellty Pits? I wonder. Yeah, must be a way of getting back onto the cycle route up ahead, because it's all private land on the left. So it's like farms and stuff, farmhouses, I think. No way through. I think you can get through by the river there, but it ends up coming out on a road. Old schoolhouse or something there on the right. Not sure what it is, but lorries turning. Okay. don't think you can get through this way. Not as far as I'm aware. I'm sure I went down there before. No, I haven't been down that way. It's just farmland. I don't feel like cleaning mud off my bike today. Traffic don't go slow on this road, that's for sure. Oh, sheep on the left here. Living life to the fullest while the sun is out. So heading down the Sahawi Valley. I was corrected on that before when I said Tredegar. Always just assumed, well, Tredegar's at the top of the valley, more or less. And I didn't do my research. I tend to just mostly do things on the fly. So on the right, on the other side of this mountain, that would be the Rumney Valley. That I know for sure. The recycling's different here. They've got boxes they put out by the looks of it. All the boxes on a trolley like Gadget. Some building of houses going on the left. There's the plan of it. Luvian Properties, plots from 85,000. That's a lot of money for a plot. And there's some camper van and a caravan parked down there. Maybe people are living in those while they're building their houses. Could be. Yep, now we're going to be entering Caerphilly County Borough Council area. Caerphilly County Borough. Yep. Welcome to Caerphilly County Borough. Now, is there a pathway down here? I can't remember whether there was one or not. Let's check it out. Get away from the main road for a bit. Yeah, I can't remember whether you can get through here or not. There's a random dustbin standing there. Okay, let's check. I've forgotten now. I think you might not be able to get through, yeah. If I remember correctly, this is just all like farms and stuff again. Oh yeah, because this is where I came out before when I cut across instead of going back up towards the road earlier. I came across this way. And it ended up coming out here. So I think this is a dead end. Let me just refresh my memory. Big tree on the right here. That's been there for a long time. Going down and down. And across the river. Yeah, this is private land here. Private lane. Alright, so we can't go this way. No public right of way. Private land. Right. That's what I thought. Back up we go then. So this is the Sahawi River. Right here. Flowing from north to south more or less. Probably get corrected on that, but anyway, there it is. So let's head back up to the main road then. Yeah, that's what I thought. This is a private road. Look at this tree. That's amazing. That must be hundreds of years old. Looks like we're still recording. I'll just keep the camera rolling in case anything interesting crops up. It's quite a long tunnel, this. That'll be a good, what, 15 meters? 10 to 15 meters maybe? What's on the top of this? This must have been a railway line going along here. What would be the purpose of a tunnel like that? It's just farmland basically. Oh, yeah, there's a bit of a hill there, I guess. That's where the tunnel is. It's kind of just flat land there. Just trying to get the camera there. So that's where the tunnel goes through there, where that green grass is. So there's a bit of a hill further up, a bit higher ground, but yeah, I don't know. Can't quite figure that one out. If you know about that, tell me in the comments below what the story is. Hey, the farmer's turning up on his Land Rover. Probably thinks, ah, stupid fool, he took a wrong turn, he didn't know it was a dead end. Well, I didn't, but I do know. Until I come here in a year or two's time, I'll have forgotten again. Anyway, nice to have a look at the river. He probably knows what the story is with that tunnel. Oh, good job he didn't turn up a few minutes earlier. Would have caught me having a pee. I suppose I would have heard him coming. Right, back to the main road. Onwards. We're at the 35k mark. 50k's is battery dead. So 2 out of 5 left on the energy on the battery. So let's go. We'll turn it down to 1 on the power level. Save a bit of energy for the hill. If I really take it easy, I get around 60 kilometers on a charge. Otherwise it's around 50 to 55. Depends how you ride, what power setting you use, etc. Yeah, that road looks like a private road on the right. Some cottages. Hillside cottages. Yeah, I used to live in a suburb called Hillside. Amazing. We should come through Hollybush next. There's the kennels on the left here, or a pet jail, whatever you want to call it. You send your pets for a few weeks on punishment when you go on holiday. It is like a punishment to them, being caged up. And we are now approaching Hollybush. It must get popular here and around Christmas time. Holly and Christmas and all that, you know. holly bush. Who knows? Some property on the right for sale. Jump onto this pathway. Because if I go down there, I'm going to miss my turn off to Markham. I'll end up in Blackwood, and I don't know if I've got enough battery to last. Plus, I want to get home for lunch. I'm getting on towards lunchtime soon. Got myself some sourdough bread. Hopefully it's got less bad ingredients in it than normal bread. You look at the list of ingredients on bread, there's about 18 of them, and they're going to put folic acid in the bread, which is supposed to be good for you, but it's not always the case from what I understand. It causes issues with some people. Cognitive issues. So yeah, sounds like they're planning to poison the population. It's going to be mandatory from December 2026, so in a year's time the bread's going to contain more poison in it. Not good. Not good, people. Well, we ran out of pathway. We're back onto the road. It looks like a private property that's locked up. No way through. Yeah, I'm going to check out my new pinball tables. Probably have another go on those tonight and do maybe some footage of those for my gaming channel. Which you can check out. It's called Barracuda Boss Gaming. I haven't done any videos on there for quite some time now. I went to the Pinball Museum in Rotterdam this year again, but I didn't do any footage. I covered that last year. So that was probably the last video I did on there, can't remember now. I still haven't finished doing footage of all the pinball tables yet. I'll have to get back into that. Maybe some gaming on the PC. Got the new refurbished Plants vs Zombies, which has got extra stuff. The characters and levels are the same mostly. The basic game is the same, but they've added some extra levels, extra challenges and stuff on there. Right, so we go. This is our turn off, which if I went down that other path I would have missed. Right, just zip across here quickly. All these cars turn up to Markham. Oh, a squeaky noise coming from my pedals. Oh, that's all about. Or is it a saddle? Could be. Hey, horses. Looks like the baby horse is feeding something. Yeah, fellow rider. Bike strapped to the car. Yeah, check out that view. Brilliant. It doesn't get better, the views down around the valleys. Old red car there, Ford or something. Fancy looking car, Porsche or something. Very polite driver, letting the other traffic through. New Chippy 51 down to the right here. Just passing it now. Left turn signal. Change gear down. Markham Primary School on the left. Nice houses around here. They're all semis. So 2 houses in one, like semi-detached. Markham Community Centre just passed on the left. Approaching the alien ship, disguised as a water tank. I guess this must be prime real estate up here. Some nice houses up here. That one's got solar panels, the one on the right here. That's a rare sight. Yeah, the squeaking goes away when I stand up. It's the saddle. The saddle needs, because it's a, what do you call it? A suspension seat post. Where it's moving, it needs lubrication. I have to put about a WD 40 on the moving parts. So the bit, it's not the actual saddle, it's the bit underneath. The seat post bit, which has the movable suspension mechanism. These walls must be hand built. That must be painstaking. Laying slate on top of other bits of slate and fitting it all in to make it level. What a job. Right, so we're leaving Markham behind, heading up towards Rumney. We've come full circle then. Done about 24 kilometers. It's probably going to be about a 32k ride in total, which is perfect. Battery will be ready to get charged up again then. Old farmhouse on the right, Penriol farmhouse. Dead creepers on the outside wall. That's also made of the same material as these walls here. I wonder if it's quite drafty in there or not. Yeah, it's definitely that saddle. When I stand up, the squeaking stops. When I stand up and pedal, that is. So this is a good test for the mic because we've got a crosswind here. That guy just had to get through in that car. He couldn't wait. Look at those views. You can't get it much better than that, I tell you what. Bargoed on the left, sort of behind to the left. I'll just take a quick detour down here just to show you the view. There's Bargoed. I'm going down the valley, sort of to southern direction, southerly direction. And that way is Rumney. So you've got two options here. You can go over the top, that goes a bit towards Tredegar. You come past the golf course, or you can go left and you end up in New Tredegar. which is the way we're going to go today. We're going to gather a bit of speed going down the hill further along. You'll see what I mean when we get there. There's this crosswind from left to right here. Storm clouds gathering. We have a forecast of rain for this afternoon and heavy rain all of tomorrow with possible flooding. Hence why I got out on the bike today. Make the best of it. Enjoy while the sun is out. It's been great. Been good to have you along as well on the ride. There's people feeding the horses here. Hey, horses. They're eating their hay, having their lunch. Horses are enjoying the. Although this wind, that's the one thing about Markham. It's up on the hill, it's a windy place. All the horses on the right, they've got blankets. So yeah, good on the farmer for putting blankets on the horses. They've got their winter coats on. It must be bloody cold up here at night. So there we go, New Tredegar down there. And just to the left behind is Brithdur. And Turfill is up there, up ahead as well, if I remember correctly. I've got a car behind me now, I can hear it. Still got the sun in the eyes from the left. "55 kilometers an hour. I should have enough battery power to get home. We're on 43 kilometers. Now in New Tredegar. I think I'm going to follow the pathway along the river. I'm bored of going down that road. Feels like I'm commuting from work then. Alright, someone's removed the fence there. Purple bricks, well they look like brownish in colour to me. So I don't know about the purple. People have got sandbags outside their doors, so they must get a bit of flooding around here. Some of the lower sort of doorways. That must be. Oh, look at those two pugs in the window there. That must be a pain. water coming in through your front door like this here. They must get flooded all the time. I think I'll make a plan and sort of either dig some kind of drainage ditch there, or see a big metal tripod on the little trash heap on the right. Yeah, I would either dig a trench or make a step or do something. Like maybe make the door higher, cut a piece out above the door, move the actual door frame upwards, and put like a stone or cement slab there as a step. Oh, someone busy with an excavator on the left on the land there. I don't know what they're doing, digging something. I don't know whether it's on a farm. Yeah, this squeaky saddle is becoming really annoying. I've got to put oil. It's something that I've had in the past where I had squeaking noise, and it was the saddle. Yeah, this pathway is starting to get overgrown on the edges. It's been here about 4 or 5 years now, I think. It used to just be all mud and gravel and rocks and rough terrain with a lot of potholes full of water. So this is brilliant. At least the sun's not in the eyes. It is catching the one lens on my glasses and reflecting back into the eye from behind me now. I don't know how come that person felt they had to walk all the way off the pathway. There's plenty of space. Now they're walking back on the pathway again. I don't get that. Like she was afraid of me or something. No need for that. You don't need to fear me. Not at all. I'm a friendly person. What? See what I mean? I'm friendly. I always greet people. Right, we're now down to 1 out of 5 on the battery and 46, coming up to 46 k's. So I've done about 30 today. Which is what an average commute would be, about 33. So this will be like going to work and back today, what I'm going to be doing. Yeah, every bump, every movement, the saddle is squeaking. I'll see whether our llamas are there today near the school. I've got a few joggers out for a run today, making use of the sunny weather. Why not? Likewise. Yep, there was someone on the right explaining about the height and size of something by the looks of it. Again, bits of fence missing there. Suppose people got bored of opening the gate and closing it. I'll shortly be coming out at Rumneycomp. And that is Pontlotten in the distance. All the miners' houses in a row there, all in rows going down. Not sure how many of those are council owned, if any. The bits down the bottom is a council estate, and at the top, I'm not sure about the other houses that are all tightly packed in a row. Whether they're privately owned or what. There's no cows or anything in the field to the right today. Must have packed them all away for the winter. They're all hiding in a barn somewhere, and I don't blame them. The temperature was supposed to be maximum 7 or 8 today, I think. It does feel a bit warmer than that. Not that it feels warm at all, but it doesn't feel too cold either. Not when you're out on the bike, you soon warm up. We should be coming to where the llamas are on the left. Sounds like a football match on the go down below. There's a football pitch to the left. Not one cow or sheep in sight. Maybe this farmer has packed it in, who knows? There's Rumneycomp, there's our llamas there. A black one and a white one. And there's another one just to the side of the bushes there. There's 2 of them there, long neck sheep. I don't know if you can see them on the shot here. Those are the 3 llamas. They reside right next to the comp. They are looking at me, wondering what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, sounds like there's some sports event going on at the comp. I'm guessing football. I can hear a whistle blowing. Now let's climb up the hill. I discovered that if you go to the left path, there's a gate at the top, which is easier than trying to get through the other narrow gate. If I can stop myself wobbling when I'm putting power out. I should have changed down gears. If I do it now, I'm going to have slippage. Just have to power my way up in 5th gear. At least it's not slipping when I put power on now, with all the new components. That's great. Working fantastic. Alright, we made it. Right. Whew. There we go. So that pretty much concludes my bike ride for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully at some point I'll bring you a bit more exciting footage. not much going on in the winter time really. I'll see if there's any events or anything at some point. Otherwise, doing some planning for the next holiday. So I'll have to see where I'm going to go next year, travel plans and so on. I'll have to sit down and work out a plan and finances and how much it's going to cost and all that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one. I hope that you all stay safe and well. And if I don't put out another video by Christmas time, have a great Christmas and all the best for the new year. Signing off for now.